what's up, guys? Episode 3 of This
Yo,
Little
what's good,
Wakandas.
y'all?
Welcome to the Roblox studio.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We
Yes,
finally
sir.
got a budget. Yeah.
Yeah, no more lame icons on Discord, you know? Yeah, today we got some interesting things to talk about. So let's get started. We got me,
Me, it's Ray.
and last but not least, we got
Ours. Yes, sir.
So, as you may or may not know, the whole Halle Bailey and DDG situation happened last week. Halle Bailey accused DDG of abuse and filed for a restraining order against him and full-time temporary custody of their son. And now people are debating on the internet whether or not Halle's in the right or in the wrong. So, what are you guys' thoughts on that?
Before we get into that, I made like a little list of how many recent cases have been like similar to this. So first of all, of course, we got DDG and Halle Berry.
Yeah.
Then we got Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez.
Yeah.
Then we got Jonathan Majors and his ex-girlfriend.
Jonathan
And then we
Wasn't that, like,
got
2 years
Sky
ago?
Jackson. We're still
that,
friends.
that
Still
got
friends.
resolved, but all the other
People saying
ones
she
are
got
still in the
confident
air.
because of Haley to go with her story.
And then we got Skai Jackson and Yerky Yerk.
Yeah.
Nah, not Yerky Yerk, bro.
If you don't know him, he's a bum. But basically, he got accused of abuse.
For Holly and DDG, there are a lot more people on both sides, but for Yerky Yerk and Skai Jackson, I mean, it's kind of a close case. We know he did it, and we knew he was gonna do something like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Apparently, like, they met in jail, or they met as soon as
Yeah,
he got
like,
right
what?
out of jail. Yeah, and everyone knew he was a bum. Everyone knew he was ghetto. Everyone knew he was gonna do something like this. We never expected bro to be a good father, and
Like,
yet
look at him.
guy decided to have a child with this guy. Now, of
Yeah.
course, the blame is not completely on her. Like, everyone has rose-tinted glasses, but then again, everyone could have seen this a mile away. What are your thoughts on that one?
Well, I think recently there's a lot of black women coming out about being abused, and the internet is just either shaming them or supporting them. It's just half and half. It's not really like there's not really like unity with this stuff, which there should be, but I mean, there's not for some reason.
If you see a girl come out on the internet saying they're being abused, of course you're going to believe it, because why wouldn't you? But there are also some cases where a girl accuses a guy of something they didn't do, and everyone just assumes that the guy's in the wrong. Like the Emmett, I don't know if okay, that was him.
Yeah, Emmett Till.
He was accused of was it the R word or abuse?
I think
I think he was
the
just-
R word. I think.
Yeah, when he just waved at a white woman, I believe.
And she admitted years later, after this guy was already killed,
Mhm.
that he didn't do it. And so now when I see situations like these where the internet's so like fast to jump on the guy without like proof, like for real proof that
Right,
can't be like
right.
fabricated, then I'm like, okay, we can't just immediately dog on this guy without knowing the full story. Especially in this day and age, every father was being their wife and being their kids back in like the 90s. But like nowadays,
Like back then it was normalized, but nowadays I think people are realizing that behavior was not acceptable and are actually doing something about it now. Like it's definitely become more prevalent to speak out about abuse, which is a good thing. But I will say people do like abuse that sometimes to get attention and or fame. Yeah.
but let's get back on the specific issue of Halle Berry and DGG. What side are you guys on
Halle
with that?
Bailey.
I want to always just believe innocent till proven guilty, because nowadays it's more like guilty till proven innocent. But I, of course, acknowledge the victim in the situation coming out first, and now we're kind of waiting on DDG. I feel like if it was reversed, no one would take it seriously, because he's a man, she's a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also in a similar boat, especially with some of the new things coming out. Apparently on the night or the day that this incident happened, he was on stream with Halo, and he had bandages on his arm and only his arm. And I heard that like indicates a more defensive action. So it's like more like he was defending himself, like blocking himself from attacks.
Oh,
from
you mean
her.
maybe?
And if this were to go to court, that is a relevant thing to bring up. So it's one of those situations where it's like, we just gotta wait and see. But the internet doesn't like waiting, for real. So,
And they can spread misinformation.
Yeah.
yeah. And the thing is, I feel like it's gone to the point where like, if, and of course, like this is like an if, because we don't know, if DDG is proved innocent, Halle's not gonna get slack for that.
Right. It'll be like Megan Thee
Right.
Stallion right now, but that's a whole different thing.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
whole
We can get
mess right there.
Y'all want to get into that?
I want to say with the recent news of Kelsey's boyfriend, sorry, not boyfriend, bodyguard, Kelsey's bodyguard coming out saying that Kelsey is the one that shot Megan. Megan didn't see who shot her exactly. So honestly,
So
like it's
she just
all up in
blamed
the
it
air.
on,
And Tory didn't testify in court, so we don't know his side of the story actually.
which is
Yeah.
sad, bro.
Especially with what happened to him, getting stabbed 14 times in jail. The fact that we don't even know if he actually, I don't know, like he could have died that day. And then this came out after the stabbing, I'm pretty sure.
Well, I think the
Some
bodyguard
information.
just felt bad about him getting stabbed.
Yeah, exactly. So if he were to die, it would have been a tragedy.
I think Megan would have got even more hate than she's getting right now. So then with that
Alright.
being said, I think maybe they might reopen the case. Well, I want to note like some irony here. You know, Chris Brown came out saying free Tory, and then like a day later he got arrested in Manchester.
As Chris Brown's #1 fan, how do you feel about this situation, Xavier? Alright.
I love the music, obviously, but yeah, I'm not gonna defend anything he's done. But at the same time, I'm not gonna speak bad on it. I'm just gonna acknowledge it and just leave it at that.
We'll do some more lighthearted news. Zootopia 2.
Yo,
Oh
I
my
forgot
God.
about
Yo,
that. Dude.
Yeah, wait, when did it
Zootopia
say,
2. I think tomorrow. Yes, I
tomorrow?
did see that earlier. It said tomorrow the trailer's gonna get released. Hey, but you
Yeah,
know what? Let's hear in the chat. If you're excited for Zootopia 2, because I know I am. But I think they did a great job with the first movie and its message. So I think the second one should be pretty good too.
The thing is, when it comes to movies with deep messages, the second one always tends to kind of go down in terms of like story and meaning. But I'm not gonna expect like a super deep story out of this one, something super symbolic. I'm just gonna look for a good time with my favorite characters.
That's definitely valid. That's valid. All right, we're seeing you're next.
All the CIA jokes about the black community and how like everyone's trying to hate on each other. Do y'all really think that's like a joke, or is you like think it's real? Because it low-key is.
You know, and I'm gonna stop you right there.
Like I hate a black father.
I don't want to date a man who's a good father.
Yeah, like what do you mean you don't want a man that's a good father, bro?
Honestly, like my brain just froze when I heard that for the first time. I was like,
Like,
wow.
Like, what are we doing, man? That's like.
I bet she doesn't actually believe that, and she only said that to cause controversy. But I hate that it's so like centralized towards black people. It won't stop me from laughing at the CIA jokes. People will tend to make humor out of like dark situations, and I think one of those times where humor is being made, and I think it's fine to have a good laugh at it, but it's we also have to recognize
People
that
really think this.
People outside of our race have to recognize that this isn't who we are. So yeah.
All right, so let's get into something a little deeper. So I don't know if you guys heard, but the Trump administration is considering a reality TV show where immigrants compete for U.S. citizenship. I'm seeing it right now on NBC News. The Trump administration is in talks about a disturbing reality TV show idea. A show in which immigrant contestants vie for U.S. citizenship would be a natural extension of Trump's cruel gamification of social life.
What the hell?
This is dystopian.
No, dude. Oh my god. This is
something
scary.
in the Squid Game. Oh, it's a Squid Game.
Yeah, we're going backwards with this one.
No, this is gonna become like a whole dark side universe, bro. It's all because Harambe died in 2016, bro. I mean, like, they're gonna have like 3-year-olds on there. Like, what about the kids? What about the elderly?
I already know there's gonna be like zero respect from the staff or like the people who are working on the show.
None at all.
Yeah, it's gonna be really bad.
This is literally Hunger Games, bro.
Okay. on a lighter note, we're gonna do like a kind of a 3-in-1. We're gonna talk about three things that are kind of similar in topic. In all the promotional materials of the new Smurfs movie, it's always Rihanna as Smurfette. It always has that tagline underneath it. Why is Rihanna's name always being mentioned when it comes to the marketing of this movie? Do you guys have an answer for that? Because I think I do.
I mean, Rihanna, obviously, she teased the movie with dropping a new song, which I heard the song, and I gotta say, coming from like a Rihanna fan, it's really not that good. I think she just went to the studio and just made that, it's like, oh, like, this is gonna be like a great idea. You know, everyone's looking for new music from me. You know, it's gonna be such a good idea. Yeah, no, it just was not good.
I don't even think she did all that. When she made the soundtrack or that one song for Home, that was so good. You can tell she put effort into that, and she voices one of the main characters. I mean, the main character as well. And I feel like this one for this movie, she didn't care. She didn't care. She has other things to worry about, like, you know, her new baby, and it's like she's just trying to make that quick money. And, you know, speaking of new movies, new content, you know, blue characters, how y'all feeling about the new season of Gumball?
Let's go! That's what I'm talking about.
Yo, we are back, bro. We are back.
We're so back,
Yes,
man.
sir. Hey, listen, as long as they don't mess up my boy Darwin, I'm good. I don't care about no one else. The memes out of this show, I promise you, if they are not spectacular, I'm gonna riot, bro. Like, there's so many Gumball memes that relate to life.
This is generally one of my favorite shows of like all time. Well, no, the favorite show of all time for me. So I'm very excited for this new season.
Last small mini topic is Lilo and Stitch. Apparently, the main villain of Lilo and Stitch isn't gonna be in this movie.
Yeah, pack it up. Just pack it up.
As soon as these live action movies start taking away things, that's how you know it's rap.
You can't have Lilo and Stitch without Captain Gantu. Like, he was the villain of the original movie.
What's even gonna happen? Is the IRS gonna try and take Stitch away?
From what I've heard, they're gonna make Bubbles the villain, which doesn't make sense at all because he wasn't a villain in the first place.
As soon as these live action movies start changing things up, I'm out. Like, I'm surprised people were still willing to give the live action Avatar a chance. The first season, it changed so much to the point where I was like, okay, I'm not even gonna watch it, bro.
Honestly, like, I got like halfway through the first season of the live action show, and I gotta say, yeah, it's pretty boring. Like, the representation is better, but I mean, it's still the same problem as like the movie. They don't act like they're, you know, animated counterparts.
How do you feel about the Avatar, Razzie?
Bro, I'm excited, bro. Like, I know, like, we're all like, oh, the Avatar's gonna have to fix this, or Korra did this. I'm just happy that we're even getting a continuation of like one of the best written shows in media.
Hey, wait, the movie though? I'm excited for the movie.
I'm excited for the main movie, yes. I would say with the continuation, I think I'll enjoy it better than Legend of Korra, because I'm not a big fan of Korra. I think it's funny that Korra fucked up the world so bad that people hate the Avatar in the new one.
That's actually crazy, dude. Like, people were already saying that during Legend of Korra, that she was messing things up, and then they confirmed it in the new series, and I'm like, oh, ain't no way she
because I think it definitely has something to do with her leaving the spirit realm open.
That's exactly what it is.
Like, oh my goodness, what was she thinking?
There are some things that I hope the new series doesn't do, and the main thing is like set it super far in the future. That's one thing that I liked about Avatar, is like there's a lot of realistic things about it. I mean, they have culture, everyone has culture, and it's like in Korra, it feels like everyone has the same culture. It doesn't feel like different cultures into one the same way Avatar is. And then with the new one, where everyone's going to be like isolated and stuff like that, apparently they're in an apocalypse now, it's going to be even less culture, you know, bring culture back.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I'm excited to see where they go with it, you know.
Racine, what's one thing you want to see in the new one?
I just want to really see a tighter connection between the teams, because I feel like in Korra, yeah, they were tight and stuff, but like I only really like Bolin and Korra. I didn't really care that much about anybody else.
Yeah,
because they were just fun.
The original series, like you couldn't take anyone out the team at all. Like, I don't think, like, the only one you could probably take out is the freaking raccoon thing that they had. But like,
what, Momo?
That, I mean,
oh no, bro, Momo was an essential part. Don't lie.
All right. So yeah, you couldn't take anyone out of the original team. With Korra, you could probably take like 2 or 3 people.
Take the girl out, bro. Musami or whatever.
Honestly, yeah, she didn't do anything in that show.
She was literally just the driver. And then the new series, there are like 2 main characters or something that I saw. I don't.
Was it like twins or something?
Yes. Okay, so 3. That's interesting, but like I feel like the whole introduction with the dark Avatar kind of messed things up.
Isn't the Avatar supposed to be like twins this time? They can definitely like do something interesting with that.
Yeah, I don't have faith in it though. I'm open to being surprised.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
You guys think that the Wakanda Forever plot was better than the Black Panther plot?
Hell no. I did like Namor. I think Namor was a great villain. I mean, obviously the movie would have been like different if Chadwick had still been alive, RIP. But I mean, for what Ryan Coogler did, what he had, I think is pretty serviceable for Black Panther fans.
With the knowledge that they couldn't do much, since this isn't initially the story they want to tell, since things weren't supposed to turn out this way, because of his death, we can't really compare the two movies because like they could only do so much.
Yeah.
So that's why I personally don't like comparing the two movies. But I mean, I think the rest of these questions that I have are like pretty good questions, and I feel like they take too long.
I think we're running kind of short on time already.
One last one. Okay.
Yep.
Just kind of darker, like in the beginning. It's basically just how do we make the Black community of parents better?
Addressing generational trauma properly. I feel like a lot of Black families probably have that, and they just. I know that there's a lot of stigma in the Black community regarding like mental health. There's a lot of Black males that commit suicide because they don't feel like they can talk about this kind of stuff with their parents.
I feel like Black parents they want utter respect from their kids. They're less likely to explain things to you or seek an explanation from you over why you did what you did or over why they shouldn't do what they're doing.
Yeah, I see exactly what you mean.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
What about you, Racine? What do you think it takes?
I don't know. I just feel like just communication.
Yeah, no, that's real. That's real. Sometimes we know the answer and we still refuse to do things. We just need to recognize it. I mean, it's not even we don't need to recognize it at this point. I think we already know the problem. We just need to act on the solution. You know, we have to act on it.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that is a wrap for now, guys. Thank you for tuning in to episode 3. If you made it this far, go ahead and hit that like, subscribe. And obviously, you know, if you have some questions for us, make sure to put them in the chat so we can get to them in the next video.
Yeah, comment in the description how you guys are feeling about this new setup.
Disorderly Conduct crew, let's go. Yes, sir. We're out of here.